All right, thanks so much, Joy. Well, time now for a check of our top stories. And we start with the latest on the pandemic. Pfizer is working to get its COVID-fighting pill used in more people. Paxlovid is currently authorized to treat COVID in high-risk people 12 years and older. Pfizer is planning to study the drug in children ages 6 to 18 starting sometime this year. The pharmaceutical giant is also awaiting full approval from the Food and Drug Administration on the pill for the groups it is currently authorized to treat. Now, the company says it expects that decision within the next year. Pfizer's chief scientific officer says the company is also working on a next-generation pill to help treat COVID-19. And meantime, students of the 12th grade of the high school of the University of Puerto Rico won a NASA competition. Now, NASA chose 57 winners from a contest in which almost 600 teams compete in. Now, each group will receive $1,500 for the construction phase of the proposal that they won. Our Francis Felix reports.
A group of students of the University High School of Puerto Rico, better known as the UHS, has managed to become the first Puerto Rican team to win the NASA Tech Rise Challenge student competition.
We had chosen the project where we would send our experiment up around 70,000 feet into the air, trespassing through a few layers of the atmosphere. And our experiment basically consists of testing a rubber band, trying to test how resistant it is at the drastic changes of temperature as it rises. And we would have different tests at the different altitudes, at the different temperatures to try and see how resistant rubber bands are. That's basically the gist of our project.
Why you decide to participate in this project?
We wanted to get experience in some type of experiment. We wanted to work as a team. We wanted to learn new stuff, and in an activity such as the NASA Tech Rise, it was a really good opportunity for us to develop skills we can use for our future careers.
What challenge have you faced during this pandemic time to develop the project?
Well, we have faced different challenges, and I think the most difficult one to manage was the challenge of coordinating all the meetings with all the members, since each member has a different curriculum in the school.
Well, it has been a great help to have the support from the school and the teachers. Once they got news that we decided to form this group, they were immediately excited. They immediately supported us. Our 12th grade physics this year teacher was the one that helped us the most, and the one that helped us register the team and everything. And all throughout the school, we've gotten lots of praise. We've gotten like cheers on. I've seen people that know about the school outside of school, and they walk up to me and go like, "Hey, congrats!" And I don't know. It's like it's a feeling of pride, and it keeps me going, keeps us going, because I mean it's our project, but it's also the school's project.
How important is the knowledge and what you learn in classes?
So our school, not only through the physics department that has been taught by the professor here, we've learned a lot of things, a lot of lessons from that department specifically, but also in the more technological side, we've had a lot of help from the tech teacher here, who teaches us a lot of programming skills, a lot of on-hand development skills with projects like this. And I think this is just a really good experience to take that knowledge from our courses and bring it out into a more hands-on project, such as NASA Tech Rise.
With this experience, these students have the opportunity to develop the knowledge acquired in classes like science and technology. That is why it's so important to support public schools and the University of the State, Universidad de Puerto Rico. From Rio Piedras, Puerto Rico, Francis Felix.
All right, thanks so much, Francis. In the meantime, the premier of the Turks and Caicos addressed several issues this week, including announcing stricter immigration laws, which increase penalties for those who harbor illegal migrants. Our One Caribbean News' Deandra Hamilton has details on that and more from the premier.
Premier of the Turks and Caicos, Washington Misick, held a national update on February 2nd to address several issues facing the country. The Premier announced that a bill would be debated in the House of Assembly. It was coming and designed to stiffen penalties for those harboring illegal migrants in the TCI. The penalties, he said, would include a person facing up to 14 years in prison and a $20,000 fine for breach of the law.
So on Monday, an amendment to the immigration ordinance will be debated in the House of Assembly. It will stiffen the measures taken since this government taken the reins of government to assume to deal with illegal immigration. The focus is to stem the tide of illegal immigration and to propose increased penalties for harboring of illegals, employment and trafficking of illegals.
Misick further added that the Shiprider Agreement, which was made with the Bahamas for each country to help in border protection, would also be debated. There were hefty increases in financial support through the Department of Social Services. The Premier said these boosts, which included up to $1,500 per month for families with 3 children, would help in the fight against the rising cost of living.
Foster care used to be $120 per week. We are now increasing that to $300 per week. That's per child. Referred to as social welfare has recently moved from $120 a month to $800 per month per adult. Happy and proud to say that it will now include $500 per month per child for a maximum of 3 children.
DeAndre Hamilton reporting.
All right, thanks so much, DeAndre. Well, meantime, Liberty Latin America is honoring Safer Internet Day with a global campaign with the hopes of raising internet safety awareness all across the region, focusing on 3 main topics: cyberbullying, online security, and social engineering. The company says education is the key to prevention, so to do that, Liberty Latin America is hosting a series of activities. Some include virtual webinars. So this is for schools teaching students about the damaging effects of cyberbullying and how to use the internet respectfully. Now they're also conducting video essay competitions that encourage youth across the region to develop ideas to prevent cyberbullying. For more information on the global campaign, you can find that on their website at www.lla.com. And switching gears now, Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley said her government was doing the right thing in amending the Constitution to change the qualifications for membership in both houses of Parliament. She said it was correcting a wrong by reducing the age for eligibility to sit in Parliament and giving a voice to the opposition by allowing them to recommend appointments to the Senate, even when they have no seats in the House of Assembly. Mottley was speaking on Tuesday before the Constitution Amendment Bill was passed during what was the first sitting of the House of Assembly since her Barbados Labour Party won all 30 seats in the January 19th general elections. The Mottley administration began the process of changing the Constitution to reduce the age of eligibility for the Senate and the House of Assembly from 21 to 18. Now, this will facilitate the Prime Minister's plan to have an 18-year-old Barbados scholar appointed to the Senate.
To have a young man or a young girl be able to vote in an election, but to deny them the right to vote for themselves by being a candidate in the very same election is wrong. And where we see wrong things, we have a duty to correct them wherever possible.
Now, Prime Minister Mottley also defended her decision to give the political party with the second highest, votes in a general election the opportunity to appoint 2 senators in the absence of an opposition leader. Now, she said the move was to strengthen democracy.
We have come to do the right thing. And there are many who have called me and continue to call me by the day and said, "Are you an idiot? Are you a fool? Why are you giving people a whip to beat you?" Principles only mean something when it is inconvenient to stand by them.